Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Sproggiwood. So, we're going to the big tree. We're going with the farmer. I haven't played with the farmer in a very long time, and you know what? Considering this is the episode going up on release day, I figured we'd celebrate with the most generic character we could possibly get our hands on. Now, we only have a couple of characters, but we probably want Dungarees or the Potter if I can't get anything else. Yep, okay, Ramako's Jewel and Health Potion. So we're going to explode quite a lot of enemies here. And this episode is purely going to be farmer business. Let's cache that. We want to explode everything. Jeez. We are already on our way to becoming quite the arson. Which is, I think, the best way you can possibly handle this game. Because, honestly, the freaking farmer is like an absolute menace. Let's be honest here. And this is going to be kind of my, like, celebratory impressions overall, you know, retrospective. And I think this is the release candidate version. Could be wrong on that one, but I think it is. And so, I'm stuck here. Whatever, I can blow them up with crazy explodey Pitchfork of Doom. Let's just leave... Well, never mind. I was going to leave an exploding pumpkin to kill him. Turns out, didn't really need it. Okay, let's go with the Pitchfork. I am glad they fixed so many things about this game. Pumpkin. Yeah, well, that's disappointing. Oh, man. Lured him straight into the pumpkin. Bonk. Oh, that works. I like this game. It's a very simple game. Like, at first I was expecting a little bit more on the... Nuts. I was really hoping I could hit it with the pitchfork. Well, there's that. That kind of works. But at first I was hoping that the game would have, you know, more depth, especially because Caverns of Cud, QUD, I don't know, it was their first game, had quite a lot of variety to it. But at the same time, with what they've attempted to do here and what they've managed to do here, it sets out to do exactly what it wants to do, if that makes any sense. This game is pretty casual. Let's just be straight up and honest here. It's very casual, but it's not bad casual. I guess the easiest game I can compare it to would be, I guess, Shattered Planet. And both of them have their pluses and minuses. Shattered Planet has a much more varied, you know, equipment system, but it kind of lacks the, it had a lot of charm. And I actually should go back and check Shattered Planet, because they've actually changed things about it. But, let's go this direction. But they both have that like visual charm that makes you very happy to play the game, because the entire thing is adorable, and overall just you know you don't really regret it from a visual standpoint. There are some games that I've played that are just you know, really need to hire an artist. Looking at you, Runers. Even though probably shouldn't bite the hand that feeds, but at the same time, oh hey, those pumpkin bombs get put places. Yeah, it works for me. But like, visually, this game is quite nice. It's very adorable, and honestly, it feels very... I mean, it feels like it's suited, or is going to be a mobile game, and guess what? It is. Oh, that didn't work. Whatever. We got plenty of health, and eventually we can get the cornucopia anyway. So, let's see. I'm just gonna keep with the Dungarees and the Master Potter. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, this game belongs. It's not a bad PC game, not by the slightest. I've seen a lot worse games on Steam, but I will admit that its true place will probably be on an Android and iOS tablet instead of... I have no way of escaping that damage. Well, probably should have just sat there and taken the hit. That's a goat, man. Oh, let's just murder everything. Pumpkins! Ow! Wait, that didn't hit me. Okay, that's good. But, yeah, ultimately, I would say if you had the ability, I would say pick this game up for tablet. I'm not sure if it's going to be free, cost money, or anything like that, but it truly does feel like it will be best on a tablet. And honestly, it's got that, like, perfect time waster element to it that, you know, that tablet games thrive on. Shattered Planet kind of has the same spot, I guess, in the gaming market. I think it's one of those where it's like, a lot of games nowadays are trying to adapt so they go on both. you know, trying to come up with a game that's simple enough to be on tablet, but complicated enough to appeal to a PC market. Let's just use the fireball. This direction. That's going to be a lot of fire in a second. Good. Did get hit by it. But, so, in this, it's very simple, but at the same time, I guess I've already said this. It's got enough depth that I do not regret it being on Steam in the slightest. And I kind of like it, and it's an interesting perspective to have, because from like a tablet gaming side of things, a lot of tablet games are, you know, rife with microtransactions and weird issues like that. And thus far, I can't imagine that this game, when it does go mobile, is going to have an issue like that, which is very nice. I mean, they could have some level of microtransactioning, but I really honestly just can't see where they would do it. I'm just going to keep going. Pumpkin Bomb, you only need level 1 pitchfork, because all the other ones are a little bit weirder. Alright, Pumpkin Bomb. That was... wow, they go in weird places. Keep caching. So, I like the fact that a lot of games are trying to adapt to kind of the new quota instead of just keeping themselves on one platform. And honestly, if I ever make a game, I'd love to get it on multiple platforms, but I'm not sure if mobile is the platform for me. I guess part of it is, I respect people that make mobile, because I know a fair amount of people that have gotten their game's source code stolen and crafted into a really awful knockoff game, essentially. And to me, that's always going to be a concerning thing. But it's not really Sproggiwood, and honestly, while I can see somebody doing it, I don't think they'd be able to capture the charm without just stealing everything out and out. And at that point, I would say that game is not going to last very long. Boom! I like these pumpkins. I definitely prefer the mage and the archer, but the farmer has this kind of innocent charm to him that makes the fire and explosions just that much more, I don't know, apropos. So, you know, figured this is going to be a farmer-only episode. I also noticed that they've removed the harder difficulty, or more per se, I'm actually playing on the harder difficulty already. Did not realize that. That would explain some things, like why I get my butt kicked on some of the later levels unless I'm careful. But I'm okay with that, because you know what? What's the game with it? Oh, what's life without a bit of a challenge? So, I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, I was also going to talk about roguelikes, considering this is a roguelike. And one of the things that I'm actually kind of happy about is that roguelikes are slowly, they're slowly getting themselves into, I guess, just mainstream gaming. It might not seem like it. Oh, I see. We're going to be up against whatever mushroom king it is. Whatever. I don't think it's going to be Sapius the Wise, though. I do not remember who's at the end of the big... Oh, right. It's the big old mushroom. Whatever his name is. Well, it's not what I intended on doing, but it worked. Okay. And we don't need to conserve our stamina, because we're essentially just going to be wailing on him. But I like the fact that a lot of modern roguelikes have started to become, you know, a staple type of game that people can play. And it's not just this kind of like weird niche game type that almost nobody plays anymore, or at all, just because it's such a commitment. So in this case, Sproggiwood is Sproggiwood and the other game I mentioned, Shattered Planet, together are pretty much the quintessential casual roguelikes. And that's a really good thing. I mean, all of them, they have their, you know, strengths and weaknesses, but anybody can pick up Sproggiwood and have a fairly good time, which is a really nice thing. It's got a fairly shallow learning curve. Like, once you get into it, there's pretty much not a whole lot else to learn about it. The depth does kind of disappear once you've unlocked most of the equipment, but it's not that big of a deal. These slimes are a pain in the butt, though. Okay, so what we're going to do is go with Pumpkin Bomb. Plop one right there. Everything explodes. That actually works pretty well. Farmer should have some interesting times with this. Okay, but like I was saying, Sproggiwood is... It really is going to be an amazing casual roguelike for pretty much anybody that's never played a roguelike before. And to me, that's a really nice thing, because I want more people to get into roguelikes from a conceptual standpoint and a gameplay standpoint, just because there's a lot of lessons that game design needs to learn from games like Sproggiwood. Might as well go with it. The sheer fact that I guess replayability is very important. So in a lot of cases, you play through a game and you never want to come back to it again. And maybe a little bit less so with Sproggiwood, once you've unlocked everything. Chances are you're probably not going to be coming back for more, but at that point, you've already gotten a huge amount of content. And when it comes down to it, there's not a whole lot of... I don't know. It's very economical how it's handled, and I think part of it is because when I'm thinking of roguelikes, a lot of it has to do with procedural generation. So in this case, all of the levels, I think, are randomly generated. Could be wrong. Honestly, not really sure. And they could have totally gotten away with it if they haven't. But I think every level is randomly generated. Let's keep going down. And a lot of games don't have that. A lot of games are just a pure linear experience that everyone experiences in the exact same way. And to me, I prefer games that, you know, have some level of dynamism to them that, you know, keeps the game fresh. Let's see if I can get him to blow himself up. Thank you very much. Should probably walk over here and explode it. Holy crap, that was a lot of explosions. More explosions! Everything dies. Oh, everything dies again. It's like Die Hard, but with pumpkins or something. Okay, key to the heart of the gods. Nope. I prefer the... I'm a little bit concerned about... Or not concerned. I'm a little bit confused with the Heart of Civilization. Still have not exactly figured out what that does. But in this case, I don't know. I guess I'm just excited to see more games kind of following the roguelike route. And admittedly, the developers of this game aren't new to the roguelike genre in the slightest. But it still makes me happy that this is such an accessible game for most people. Because one of the problems with Caves of Blood was just how, oh boy, this is going to get bad. This is going to get real bad. I need to bust up these shift robes, but they're not giving me a whole lot of chances. Well, at least we get loads of explosions to get the chance. There we go. I'm a little bit surprised that we managed to break them all. Okay, level up. But, you know, I could see a person that's never really played a roguelike before picking this game up and actually having a good time, which is the point I'm very the point I'm trying to make in a very roundabout manner. Because, you know, I want more people to see this as a very acceptable type of game. Because one of the things that I'd very much like to see someday is a AAA type of roguelike. And it's highly unlikely that anything like that... Oh, wow, that's actually really nice. They've rebalanced the duplicating slime, so it's a little bit easier to eliminate them. That makes me happy. But, as I was saying, like, I want to see a AAA roguelike someday. And a lot of roguelikes are really starting to kick it up a notch. Like, this is probably, along with Shattered Planet, probably the best tablet casual roguelike you'll see in quite a while. Tower of Guns, first-person shooter roguelike. I'd say it's first of its kind. I think Paranautical Activity deserves that award, but Tower of Guns was definitely the better one. Risk of Rain, a platformer roguelike, and I mean, yeah, there's Spelunky and some other stuff, but Risk of Rain still ends up feeling very fresh and unique, even if it pisses a lot of people off because of how hard it is. Wow, that's a lot of explosions. Or, I guess, fire and stuff. Okay, so I could go with the, Pitchfork of the Wisp King. Oh, hello. I'm going with this one. Boom. We'll see if it's better or not. More Blizzard. I like Blizzard. Blizzard's actually a decent company. I know a lot of people give it flack for having World of Warcraft as its main thing, but it doesn't upset me that much. Huh. He was on a pumpkin. Apparently he didn't spawn it. Okay. But as I was saying, it's like I'm really hoping that games like this start setting... Hello. Oh, that might cause us problems later on. Or, you know what, who cares? Doesn't really matter. I don't even know what I just killed there. The ice does not exactly show you what you're murdering. Because, honestly, this game is about a psycho killer, you know, cloghead man with a shovel that murders whole civilizations because they offended him. I guess. I don't know. The entire plot of this game has always amused me because I really do feel like a monster as I go along. Let's use the health potion. I was actually getting really low on health because I was not paying attention. I'm just kind of running my mouth and having fun with it, which is exactly what I should be doing. I think the thing is, Sproggiwood is a perfect game for me as a Let's Player to kind of... Oh, shit, there was a fish. Those fishes are devious. They're the, you know, infinitely duplicating fish as long as you don't kill off the partner. I'm glad he was frozen in ice. Would have been kind of a pain in the butt otherwise. Huh. Right, teleportation. Kind of a jerk. Let's see. Unfortunately, there might be a slime puddle there. Oh, well, doesn't matter. But Sproggiwood ends up being a very solid, you know, just kind of casual game for me to play and talk. And honestly, the last 9 episodes I was largely talking about, you know, the game itself. But now that we've cleared everything out, I think, oh wow, that's a... Oh right, it's Ramako's lair. Go figure. Have mushrooms. You know, I might as well actually just kind of... Fireball. Holy crap. I don't pretend to exactly know what happened there, but it was fun. Let's see. Well, I throw pitchforks at Ramako. That works. This is pure nonsense. Boom! Boom! Okay, that was actually far less boom on the second one than I was hoping. Whatever, no big deal. Let's keep that, and... Chuck pitchforks. Okay, Ramako is down. Well, they're not violent. That's nice. Let's go with the pumpkin bomb. Blow everything to smithereens. Let me go over here. Holy crap. So many explosions. I'm probably going to need to be a little bit cautious here. Honestly, at this point, there's like no reason for me to even stick around, apart from the fact that this is hilarious. This might hurt a little bit, too. Oh, right. We got some replicating slimes, too. It'd be hilarious if I died here. I'm gonna leave. Whoops. Oh, well, it's no big deal. So anyway, let's quickly go back to town. Shop. Weapons. We want to buy Shovel of Dancing Flames, Pitchfork of the Wisp King. We don't need Mongoose God or anything like that. Hopefully we can get Master Potter as we go along, but if we can't, not the end of the world. So Hacky Punky is next. Continuing with the farmer, and we want the Dancing Flames, Potter, Health Potion, perfect. So, like I'm saying, roguelikes are becoming a more common type of game now. Scroll of Pottery, sweet. I'm gonna go with Pitchfork. It's good as a basic type of spell. Cache the potion. Kind of wish you could keep it around, but I'm really glad that they added the trinket system in this game. I find it adds a lot of... It adds more customization than it didn't have earlier. Yes, you could actually use some potions twice, but at the same time, it doesn't offend me that much. I'm gonna have to watch my health, though. Okay, well, more pottery. At the very least, that's gonna help us out. Keep that. I should probably level up, too. Pumpkin Bomb. But I've been watching Steam for quite a while, and... Like, Binding of Isaac was probably what I would consider the... I'm just going to use it. As well top myself off. I would say Binding of Isaac was probably the father of modern roguelikes, purely because nobody else was really doing it. There was a lot of, like, ASCII-based ones, but that was it. There really weren't a whole lot of other ones. I guess there was, like, Our Darker Purpose, which I have and have yet to play. Okay, good. There's actually another way to go. It's just blocked by this cushion. Oh, right. They explode, but they don't actually explode and hurt me. That's good. I thought they were the landmine for a second. Oh, vampire mushrooms. Eee. But recently, I've seen no end to the amount of roguelikes on Steam or elsewhere, and that makes me very happy. Like, there are a lot coming in. And some are good, some are bad. That's just the way gaming goes. But by the sheer fact that there are more is very encouraging to me. Because, honestly, it's kind of like darts. You can throw one dart and have one very good one. I don't know. I guess quantity instead of quality. It's kind of a crappy argument to make in a lot of cases, but it's one of those where it's like, I would rather have a bunch of medium roguelikes than one very good one. Because no matter how good a game is, after a certain point, it loses all of its charm. Oh wait, that was Scroll of Wonder. Damn it. Oh well, not the end of the world. I'm gonna move one more down and then boosh. Should probably get out of the way. Bye. Blow that one up too. But like, Tower of Guns. I did 100 and what, 10 episodes of Tower of Guns? Nobody generally plays roguelikes that long. Except for Northern Lion. Northern Lion plays roguelikes that long. Kind of wish he'd gotten more into Tower of Guns purely to get that game some more recognition. But in the end, it's not the end of the world. It's just one of those where it's like, there are a lot of roguelikes that I have loved that nobody else seems to care about. Like, a lot of people give, I don't know, Hand of Fate a lot of crap. And turns out it's actually a pretty decent game. Oh, I need to get closer, don't I? Well, hopefully we can get some more pots. A little bit injured. I've not exactly been careful. But then again, I am carrying around a healing potion already. Yep. It's just Pumpkin Boom. Because we don't have any health steal type abilities, which does kind of limit things a little bit. Let's murder this guy. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, roguelikes can only be entertaining for so long, and I have to respect a lot of YouTubers for playing certain things as much as they do. Like Sleep Cycles and a couple hundred episodes of Nuclear Throne, Bisnap and Bisnap is like the smarter Northern Lion, but slightly less entertaining. By the way, this is kind of a ramble episode, so if you want a little bit more structured Let's Play content, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of talking about my thoughts that Sproggiwood has specifically made me think about. It's not a review, it's not impressions, because we already kind of handled that. And that's good. So, let's go down. I'm a little bit injured, but, oh, something exploded over there. More things are exploding over there. Oh, it's probably... Ow. It's probably... Oh, this is a concern. Oh, we're not dead yet. We're getting there. Oh, gotta squish the slime. Okay, perfect. I think we'll be okay. Just gotta keep out of the way of the spiders. Oh, that was... Boosh! Okay, keep going. Well, there's that. I'm gonna have to charge in somehow. Okay. Let's just deal with it this way. And come to think of it, Cornucopia. Forgot Cornucopia is pretty much a full health type deal. I'm gonna just back away from that one. Keep running. But yeah. On to the topic again. Or topic at hand, sort of. The topic of whatever. I just like the fact that there are more roguelikes. Because, yeah. Binding of Isaac is a good game, but you generally, most people can only play it for so long before they lose their interest. It's a hard game, and there's only so much you can discover in it before it just becomes banal. And to me, it's nice to see that there are a lot of other games trying to compete in the same market in hopes of, you know, being the next Binding of Isaac. And honestly, most won't, but it's not a niche that needs to be filled often. Because you only need one Binding of Isaac. You only need one Sproggiwood. And, you know, I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to get at here. I'm just happy games like this exist. Because this is just a Wanderbot murders things and rants. Let's just keep our shovel. Chuck all of the spears. Lay down all of the pumpkins. Kill all of the wisps. Yep, well, this is where things get complicated. There's a lot of slimes. Oh, actually, there are less slimes. That's good. There's a nest down there, isn't it? Oh, okay. I gotta back off. I was wondering about that, and I was like, why can't I go down that direction? Turns out, because I'm lazy. Not actually the case. 3 down. Can't pumpkin boom. I was hoping I could pumpkin boom along the way, but not the end of the world. Okay, more pumpkin bomb. But as far as this game goes, in comparison to my initial impressions, there is less depth than I was hoping there would be. I got all the weapons early on, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be great. You know, I'm going to have so many different, you know, things to choose from, and it'll be exciting. And it turns out you really just have, you know, 3 different types of weapons. And then, you know, a couple different types of, like, iterations thereof. So there's, like, the swirly flames, there's the, like, lengthy flames as a single target stuff, and then there's ice, and then there's healing. I think that's all of the weapons. I haven't exactly been paying attention. I think that is. But I like the... Ooh. Mr. Creepy's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Divine Convalescence. Well, at the very least, there's that. And what I'm going to do is just put pumpkins down to clear the way. Bonk! Honestly, I guess I can also attack things. And it'll send all sorts of flaming justice all over the place. There we go. That clears quite the path for me. Because, yeah, there are a bunch of these to clear the area, too. Oh, that's convenient. Boink. Chest, and we'll keep going this direction. And we found Mr. Creepy. Have burning justice. I'm gonna go this direction. Actually, there's no reason for me to. Let's just wail on him. Use the healing potion. It's not like it matters. And keep going. Hello, Frostbarb Shovel. But I was really hoping that there would be a little bit more, especially considering their background. But at the same time, I completely understand why Sproggiwood went this method. And, you know, just a second ago I was lauding it. And the reality of the situation was, I guess really I had seen Caves of Cud, tried to play it, and the problem I ended up running into was surely I couldn't record it. It was like one frame per movement instead of frames per second, so my recording just did not like it, which is a shame, but oh well. But that one had a lot of interesting depth to it that isn't mirrored in this game, which is, I mean, a shame, but at the same time, there are a lot of different types of genres and subgenres of every game. And so in this case, this is a casual roguelike. Caves of Cud, definitely a little bit more on the hardcore side of things. There's no doubt about that one. Because, well, there was like a massive perk system. I didn't understand like 90% of what went on there. And we need a pumpkin bomb for this situation. Boom! Perfect. And then I'll go over here, wait for the slime to move, step on both, and we still ended up with the big one. Note to self, be more patient or violent. Kind of hard to tell. Either way. But I guess I was hoping with some level of like crazy perk talent system that would make this game extraordinarily, I don't know, unique. And the reality of the situation is, it's not. Ow, that hurt a little bit. That also hurt a little bit. Hopefully I can get Cornucopia shortly. Fortunately, we're a little bit low for that one. Oh well. Ow. Holy crap, I'm almost dead. Let's use that healing potion. Summon a butt ton of wisps. That may or may not have been not a damning action, but definitely slowed me down a little bit. Oh well, not the end of the world. Scroll of Fireball. I guess I'll move this direction. That direction. Yay, party! So I need more on the pumpkin bombs, probably. Unfortunately, we're going to have a lot of infinitely replicating slimes as we go along here, which is a serious problem. Luckily, they do actually let you move twice per slime. Okay, now there was... Oh, hey, I died. I was not paying enough attention there. Well, let's keep going. Again, the goal is not to win. The goal is for Wanderbot to talk his head off until he's tired. And realistically, this is probably going to be the last attempt. So even if I fail, that'll be the end of it. But, I don't know. It still has that visual element to it. There are some amount of, like, graphic issues that I disagree with. So much as, like, see this, like, pondish thing that we're standing next to? I know those are supposed to be, like, ripples around it, but the tiles themselves have like a little bit of a border, which is kind of a shame. And there's some other stuff. Maybe that gets fixed, maybe it doesn't. It's not like it really matters. It's niggling art stuff that only I would generally care about or even notice because I'm specifically discerning as an artist. But overall, the gameplay works well. I'm very glad that you can turn off that massive freaking compass rose in the corner and turn down the user interface as a whole. Made life made the game a lot more accessible looking. And honestly, made the experience a lot more fun, even though it's really just a slight quality of life improvement. The one thing that this game, I think, did particularly well, even though it was incredibly hammy, I really liked the writing. The writing was a bit on the insane side. Honestly, At first I was like, okay, you know, yay, we are actually going to be an evil minion. I was like, maybe not, and then by the end of it, I mean, obviously, you guys were probably here for this, but by the end of it, we were quite obviously an evil minion. Seriously, look at that smile. That is the smile of no remorse. Have to say. Okay, dancing flames. Let's keep going. Note to self, need to make a thumbnail for this. In celebration. I was going to do it earlier today, but I am easily distracted. That killed most of them. Yeah, it works for me. Well, let's just go down here. Then leave pumpkin. Boom! Okay, good. That took out the slime for me. Less effort on my part. And healing potion. I'm just going to use it, even though we're mostly full health. So. Is that only the first level? I don't know. I do not exactly pay attention as I go along. I guess it's blending in my head, just because, unfortunately, the next thing I have to say is, while the tile sets are visually diverse, structurally they're essentially the exact same. It's just random rooms, divisions, stuff like that, which suits itself well for a mobile game, but as far as... That was a lot of explosions. Okay, cornucopia. Oh, that's going to help us. So, we want to go this direction, we want to pumpkin boom, I'm going to go this direction, I want to pumpkin boom, I'm going to pumpkin boom, everything explodes, we win. Bam! I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good about all this. But, you know, the level design ends up feeling... It's samey. It's one of the problems with random generation. And I honestly kind of prefer the Tower of Guns approach, where you have a set level of specifically designed rooms to go through. The one problem is that ends up... I guess it's a double-edged sword one way or another. This way, all of the levels end up feeling the same anyway, even though they're not specifically the same. It's like, well, oh hey, I guess we're going down a level. Not like it matters. We've already got the abilities that we want. But... that was a bad situation to be in. I'm gonna go up this direction. That probably didn't help things. I'm now surrounded on many sides. And I need to get some stars so I can cornucopia. Well, that's easily done. Okay. Uh-oh. It's the freaking fish. I hate the freaking fish. Well, let's just leave pumpkin bombs for people that come say hi to. Oh. Well, the fish... apparently can walk on walls and stuff. Well, that's just mean. Come on, get closer, fish. Perfect. There you go. Took them both out in one shot. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Now let's step on these slimes. Take most of them out. We're getting hit a little bit. But we already have a cornucopia, so honestly, I think the farmer is actually the most powerful character. He's got a ranged move, the mines, which is essentially just the same thing as cleave, and most of all, he's got a full health insta-heal healing spell. It does cost a fair amount of stamina, but at the same time, as long as you're economical, it's not an issue. But, Scroll of Wonder, let's see what happens. Apparently I leveled up and it gives me another shrine. Or maybe I was already leveled up. I don't know in this game. If I do... well, I guess I'm over here now. That was unexpected, but, works. Sweet Jesus, that's a lot of things. Oh, that was fun. Oh, what? The tongue doesn't... oh, that kind of bites. Kind of hoping that... good time for a cornucopia. Then I'm going to go over here. Then I'm going to make everything explode. And then I'm going to go over here. Scroll of pottery. Thank you, pottery. And keep going with what we're going. Using. Scroll of stamina, I don't need. So, yeah, the problem with random generation is it really does end up making everything feel the same. And I'm going to go with Cone of Flames, especially because everything is burning anyway. Oh, creepy companionship. I don't know if they hit me or not. Yeah, they hit me. That is not the creepy companionship I was asking for. I'll be fine, though. At the very least, they seem to be attacking things up here, which is nice. Boom. Unfortunately, I can't tell how much fire damage I specifically do with each pumpkin, which is a shame, but not the end of the world. We do seem to do a fair amount extra with our pitchfork, though, which is convenient. Okay, note to self, go with the cone of flames in the future. And keep dungarees of the potter on. Oh, apparently I'm in with Ignis Vampirus. I was not paying a whole lot of attention. I have like 10,000 gold. Oh, what? Apparently Ignis Vampirus has life drain or something from a distance. Did not realize that. Well, he's gonna die anyway. I've got enough stamina to sustain me. Hit him one more time. Actually, might as well level up. Can I get... Nope, can't. Well, I wonder if I can do Scarecrow. Either way, let's do that first, and then 4. Doesn't look like it matters. Either way. Okay, but yeah, I think I truly do prefer the fancy skulls, the Tower of Guns approach, just sheerly because it makes things feel familiar, but not. Let's keep with what we're going with. It makes things feel familiar, but it doesn't get stale for quite a while, especially if you have quite the number of rooms to go through. So I think if I ever do go with the roguelike style myself, I'll probably go that direction. That's a lot of spirits. I should probably blow them up. Yeah, death and destruction all the way. I don't even know why I'm still in this dungeon, apart from the fact that I don't want this episode to end, because I haven't really finished my thoughts. But I guess I have, to probably a satisfactory degree. The real point of all of this is, I enjoyed Sproggiwood. It was fun to play. And I'm probably going to keep playing it in maybe a little bit more of a slow pace, kind of hard to tell. Purely because we do have a lot of stars to go back over. And it does give me a very good kind of set piece for me to just talk about stuff as we go along. Plus, I really didn't get to use the wizard a whole lot, and I really enjoyed that. And lastly, let's go back to the map for a second. Aku Ice Maze. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, that's like wiggling a little bit. That's really weird. I need to go tell the developer. Anyway, if you can beat the Aku Ice Maze with every class, you get the Walrus Demon. Nope, I'm not doing that. But I think that would be kind of fun, to have the entire village populated with walruses. Decoration. What can I decorate? I can do, like, roads, rearrange. Can I not, like, actually put people down? Let's see what I can do. Grass, puzzle. Oh, is it, like, under structures? Cottages, bridges, farms. Oh, I guess I can't have multiple... I can't summon more villagers. Well, that's a shame, but it's not the end of the world. I like this, but it ends up being kind of a non-issue. I guess one of my big disappointments is purely the town ends up being just kind of this thing. It's not anything useful, which is kind of a shame to me. I had always wished that the town would actually, like, play a part in gameplay. And the reality is, it's mostly just there to make you feel good about yourself. Which is not the end of the world by any measure. Just makes me feel, like there was something that could have been put here that didn't. And that's a shame. It is kind of neat to see all the people we've collected. I guess it's kind of like a trophy room, if anything. Plus, you could make the stupidest looking town ever by surrounding it with trees and getting rid of all the houses so everybody has to live underneath the bridge. Because that makes sense, right? Anyway, I think with that, I will actually see you guys on the next episode of... Oh, hey, this has always pissed me off. The bridge was never quite centered. The bridge is one too long to actually... Oh, but then again, oh, wait, no, those are rocks. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'll see you guys in the next episode of Sproggiwood, where we will just continue wrecking our way through everything as the farmer, the thief, who probably will be going through many, many identity crises, or as the extremely overpowered wizard. Probably the latter, but I guess we have to do all of them if we want to get Surma in the town. I also want to see if there's like any kind of secret ending if I do so. So, as I was saying, see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.